Good morning, everyone. It's me, Alexander, or Alex, and today we'll be walking along and talking about one of Hua Hin's quietest and lesser known beaches. So lesser known that I'm pretty sure it doesn't even have a name. I just call it the beach north of Hua Hin fishing pier, which you can beautiful local vibes with all the fishing boats docked up on the beach at low tide. And as you can see on the pier, during the weekend they actually have a weekend market all along the pier. They've already started setting up. It is Thursday today, and with a lot of the markets in Hua Hin, the weekend markets in Hua Hin, they actually start on Thursday. Not all of them, but many of them do. And you also find that if it's a long weekend or a public holiday, that the weekend markets will extend. The weekend markets will extend throughout the long holiday, the long weekend. Sorry for that. For example, a few weeks ago we had a 5-day long weekend from Saturday through to Wednesday, and this weekend market, along with a few other weekend markets in Hua Hin, were open throughout the 5 days. So we're just going to walk along the beach today. So yeah, like I was saying, we're just going to walk along the beach today, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about this part of Hua Hin, and a little bit about this beach. And yeah, so as you can see, it's very quiet in the morning. This was at about 7 o'clock in the morning. It's such a quiet beach, and it's not that busy, but I still feel like I don't want to be that guy talking loudly to a camera. So as you can see, there's a bunch of fishing boats docked up on the shore here. And if you come early enough, you can actually see a lot of the fishermen going out into the water, and I'll see if I have some footage to add in here. They actually set up their nets. I wonder what time they set up their nets. I never come early enough to see what time they set up their nets, but I often come at about between 6:30 and 7 in the morning, and they are already packing up their nets and collecting their catch. They'll actually go out maybe 10-20 meters into the water. The water's quite shallow here, so it goes 10 meters out is only about knee deep or waist deep. Here you can see I'm just showing you some of the cafes and resorts that they have on the beach. Here, this name is, I'm not sure what that name is. I'll try and look on Google and add in the name in post. So yeah, keeping to the resorts and the cafes and resorts on the beach at this side of Hua Hin are going to be a little bit more expensive than your typical cafes or restaurants, but when you get a view like this, and you get to sit literally right on the beach, or you have a resort like this where you can literally sit in the pool looking over the beach and looking into the ocean, I think paying a little bit extra is definitely worth it. A typical coffee or smoothie in Hua Hin is going to be anywhere from 30 up to 150 baht. Not many places are going to be as high as 150 baht. Your local markets will be around 30 to 50 baht, and your restaurants will be around 50 to 100 baht. So these restaurants and cafes on the beach will typically be at the higher range of that 150 to 100 baht range. But back to what I was saying about the fishermen. They go up about waist deep, and you'll see them. They have like a floating basket that they carry with them, and they will have their fishing nets that they just lay out. And it's quite interesting to see a lot of things I don't know if this is just in Thailand in general or Hua Hin, but you know, people make do with what they have, and there's a lot of DIY, do-it-yourself type of. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you see, they don't have floaters for their nets, so they'll use an empty Coke bottle or an empty water bottle as the float for their nets, and just cast their nets hanging in the water, and then however long they've left it in the water, they'll come and collect it. As you can see, there's more resorts I'm trying to show you there. This part of the beach in Hua Hin has quite a few restaurants and beaches. As you can see coming up, there's also what I used to think was an abandoned house. It's a little bit further down, but there was actually people staying in there. I see motorbikes coming and leaving from the abandoned house quite often. And yeah, where exactly is this located in Hua Hin? This is right near the Hua Hin fishing pier, which I showed you at the beginning of the video, and it stretches all the way up to, I think it's called Wan Klai Wan Palace, which is the royal family's like holiday home destination. And the center of the beach is kind of around Soi 51. And if you know Hua Hin well enough, you'll know Soi 51 is kind of the city center. There's about 100 streets in Hua Hin, so 51 is kind of in the center, but I wouldn't consider it the center of the city center, if you know what I'm saying. But it is a very popular road. It has a bunch of bars, restaurants, cafes. I wouldn't say there's clubs, but there's definitely the bars and restaurants that will have events and stay open late into the night and have loud music on the weekends. Here's the abandoned house I was talking about. Unfortunately, you do see a lot of litter and rubbish thrown around kind of all over Hua Hin. And yeah, it's quite sad to see. I think a lot of it does wash up from the shore, but a lot of it is also just thrown on the floor from people that come and sit there on the beach or come and have a coffee. But like I was saying before, these cafes are really beautiful. They're very quiet too. This is, like I said, it's almost the city center, but on this beach is not a popular beach, and it's a much lesser known beach. So I very rarely see these cafes full to the brim. This is considered low season. It's now the middle of June when I'm recording this, which is basically the middle of rainy season. So we're coming up to the entrance of Soi 51 on my left. I will pan over to the left in just a second, I'm sure, and give you a bit of a view down the street. There, that's Soi 51 going all the way to Pet Kasem Road, and you have the Hua Hin Mountains in the background. So yeah, that is a beautiful morning. We often get the mornings quite sunny like this, and then about midday or by the afternoon it will start pissing with rain. But even in the rainy season, you'll get a couple days where there's no rain at all. So don't worry too much about trying to avoid Thailand in the rainy season. Maybe if you guys want, I'll make a whole separate video about Thailand in the rainy season, but for now I'll let you enjoy the last few seconds of this video without me talking, and then I'll say a quick goodbye. And yeah, that's about the beach. It is low tide right now, so you're able to walk on the beach. It does get, well, the beach does disappear at high tide. But yeah, enough rambling from me today. It's hot out here. As you can see, I'm already sweating. I'm heading off to work to go teach my students. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know anywhere else you would like to see, anything you would like to explore. And yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.